Hello friends, good evening all of you. So today's sessions we are going to see about characteristics of teaching and teaching concept, the same teaching concept only and with some PYQs. Okay, we can move on to the session directly. First one, definition of teaching. So yesterday also we have completed little bit. So first one, according to Morrison. So these are the Morrison Smith, the name itself we have to understand the definition correctly. That's all. They won't ask you any different in-depth questions. So directly they will ask you statement questions whether is the said Morrison is correct or not the statement. Directly they will give definitions. So this is very important questions we have to understand, we have to know. Okay, so according to Morrison, what he said, Morrison defined teaching as a disciplined social process in which a teacher influences the behavior of less experienced learners and help them grow according to the needs, values, and expectations of society. So again, I'll tell you definition. We have to learn according to whatever they have given. And according to Smith, actually, Smith described teaching as a organized system of planned activities designed to help learners acquire knowledge, understanding, and skills in a systematic manner. According to Gage, teaching is a form of interpersonal influence in which one individual intentionally attempts to modify or improve the behavior of learning is a potential of another individual. Okay, so next we can move on to the concept that is called types of teaching. So types of teaching, first one autocratic teaching is the teacher centered. So which one teacher centered, which one learner or student centered, we have to know. That's one of the important questions they will ask you. First one, this in this approach, the teacher exercises complete control over the classroom. What is teacher centered actually? For example, up to fifth standard, a full and full students they will control in the with teacher only. It's a memory level. It's a primary school level. So full and full, they will wrote the lessons, everything, recalling, retention, retaining. As everything, it's a memory based one. So we have seen yesterday memory level teaching, understanding level teaching, and reflective level teaching. Yes, this is first one is the memory level teaching. So the teacher decides what, how, and when students should learn, and students have little opportunity to participate or small thing they can. That also with the full and full teachers. This one supervising. So what are the characteristics? Means there is a student center approach. This is very important. Every characteristics we have to learn. Totally, we have given minimum keywords only. That keywords depends on keywords only. We are going to get marks because teaching aptitude, research aptitude is everything is a full and full theory based questions. We have to learn keywords. That's very important. So teacher makes all decisions here, limited student participation and minimal feedback from learners and emphasis on discipline and control. Next one, democratic teaching. Democratic teaching means student center or learner center, whatever we can say. So this encourages active participation of students in the learning process. So learners are encouraged to ask questions, share ideas and participate in the discussion. So what are the characteristics? Student centered learning, this one, and continuous interaction between teachers and students will be there, and they will get a regular feedback, encourages collaboration and critical thinking also, and develops confidence and communication skills. Okay, next one, laser fair teaching, hands off approach. So here in this method, students are given maximum freedom to learn independently. So we know that the hands off approach. So the teacher provides minimal guidance and allow learners to take responsibility of the own learning. So this is full and full learner centered. Teachers act only a facilitator or mentor, like that we get a college students. Even research scholars and a high degree of learners independence and suitable for mature and self-motivated learners, encourages self-learning and responsibility. Okay, so next one we have two models, pedagogy model and andragogy model. So maximum we will get the andragogy model and sometimes we'll get pedagogy model also. So both we have to know. It's simply we can say pedagogy model is a child-centered teaching approach and andragogy is the adult learning method. That's all. So what is pedagogy refers to the method and practices used for teaching children. So it focuses on creating an effective learning environment that supports intellectual, emotional, and social development of learners. So pedagogy is a building upon learners existing, it's a knowledge and experiences. So here teachers play an active role and explaining the concept, motivating students, and solving learning difficulties, everything. It's a full and full teachers play a important role. And characteristics of pedagogy. So every topic we need to know what are the characteristics are. So here child-centered teaching approach. Teachers guide the lesson process, learning process, builds and prior knowledge, and encourages active classroom participation and promotes understanding and application of concept. Supports overall development of children. And andragogy model, that's the second one. So here in this theory and practice of teaching adult learners, so adult learners are generally there, they will take as independently, they will do improvement, so self directed they will do, and motivated by personal and professional needs also. So their previous experiences become valuable learning resources. So the teacher acts mainly as a facilitator and mentor and advisor only, so rather than traditional instructor. So they won't teach you everything here. So self motivation only will do. So principles of andragogy. So adult learners participate in the planning and evaluating their own learning. So learning should be connected to real time situations and real life situations with the practical needs. Previous experiences should be used for valuable learning resources and learning activities that focus on solving real world problem rather than memorizing. So here they won't do memorize or recall or something. They will apply actually everything. It's a critical thinking based one. It's a reflective level concept actually. Okay, so what are the characteristics of teaching? So characteristics of teaching is a purposeful, the systematic activity. So that helps learners achieve its desired education goals. So first one, goal oriented. So teaching is conducted with specific learning objectives in mind. For example, the teacher plans a lesson to help students understand the water cycle by the end of the class. So anything. So what are the goals? That goal it has to reach to the like that. Planned and systematic. So here teaching follows a structured sequence of planning, instruction, practice, and like that. For example, as a teacher, they are preparing as a lesson plan, teaches a topic, conduct activities, evaluation, or through quizzes, and like this. It's a systematic process. An interactive process. So teaching involves two-way communication between teachers and students. So the teacher asks questions, encourage discussion, and answer students' doubts or something. And learner centered. So teaching focus on the needs, interests, and abilities of learners. So here, for example, we can say a teacher uses a pictures and hands-on activities to help students learn better visually. Okay, so next one, continuous process. Teaching is an ongoing process. Continuous means the ongoing. So one of the main keyword, continuous always ongoing process, and they include instruction, assessment, feedback, and improvement. So example here, after a class test, the teachers reviews common mistakes and research difficult concept. Means actually the teachers will give the test automatically after the unit or after the class or something. They will ask the questions and they will find out evaluation like ongoing process. Like formative test, summative examines the end of the semesters, end of the year we are going to conduct, that is not ongoing. So it is like a formative, thereby there actually they will conduct the test and they will move on to that and they'll get feedback and move on to the next step like this. So dynamic and flexible. So what is dynamic and flexible? So teaching methods are modified according to the learners and situation. So how learners are there depends on the teaching methods, maybe can change. We have different types of teaching methods. So like this, it's a, if students find a topic difficult, the teachers explain its real time examples instead of using textbook. So depends on the students mind and we have to change that, this one. And motivational. So teaching inspires a student to learn and participated actively. Example, the teacher process good work and encourages everyone to participate. We have to, so teachers has to motivate the students. That is important thing. And evaluation based one means, so teaching includes assessing students' learning and providing feedback. So they will conduct a quiz assessment, and after that they will get has to have feedback also. Okay, so what is basic requirements of teaching? So effective teaching requires the following basic requirements. First one, teacher. So the teacher plans, guides, motivate and evaluate learning. So here what happened, the teacher explained the concept and help students solve their doubts. Learner means students. The learner central focus on teaching learning process. What are the learning objectives? So teaching should have clear and measurable objectives. For example, student will also be identify the parts of the plant. Subject matter means content. Content has to be very accurate and relevant and for the learners. And teaching methods, what are the methods they are going to focus to for make them to understand? That is the things, the teaching methods. Teaching aids and resources. So teaching aids resources, for example, they can take charts, they can make it models, flashcards, videos, smart boards, or they can give many different types of real objects, or they can take anything for teaching aids or resources. And learning environment. What is a learning? A positive, safe, and a supportive classroom. We have to make them to students for effective learning. So the students has to feel comfortable asking questions without fear or criticism or something. And assessment and feedback. Last one, evaluation measures the learning outcomes and provide feedback for improvement. So they can conduct any quizzes, assignment, or any oral questioning, and depends on that they will providing constructive feedbacks. Okay, so depends on the concept. Just we'll see some questions. So according to case teaching is what happened. What actually it's a interpersonal influence and changing behavior. And next one, which teaching methods is completely teacher centered? So teacher centered, first one we have seen is autocratic. Next one is a democratic. That one like that we have seen. Or suppose we don't know the answer also, just we can use elimination method. For example, here teacher centered means is a democratic. No. Facilitator means that's a reflective level teaching, not teacher centered. And delegator, not a delegator. So we can see like this. So suppose if we'll do elimination methods, at least we can eliminate two options at least. Instead of we are finding within four options, it will be very easy to find out within the two options. That's why we are using always elimination methods. In democratic teaching, it's a students actually. What the autocratic teaching is teacher centered. Here, student centered, democratic. So, students actively participate. And which teaching approach provides a maximum freedom to learners means last one is a laissez-faire. And which is not a characteristics of teaching means will a planned activity, goal oriented, cooperative process, everything. One way communication only, it's not actually depends on teaching. It maybe we can say this a two-way communication also, students and teachers. And andragogy, what I said, that is called adult learning. And pedagogy, what I said, actually this is a child learning. That is one actually. And which teaching models focus on child learning? Pedagogy. And which model encourages learners to solve real life problems? Actually adult learners actually they will do. So not pedagogy, actually andragogy. And teaching is actually tripolar process, we can say. Tripolar process means like this, tripolar process, student, teacher, subject, like this they will normally used to say tripolar process. And assertion based question, teaching is both art and science. Actually we have seen first itself teach what is the reason teaching requires creativity along with the systematic methods. Yes, we have seen yesterday what is science and what is why we are saying science and both actually. So actually both are correct and correct explanation only. It's a we need creativity as a teacher actually. So whenever we are giving demonstration, we have to create everything, whatever it's a creativity and learn everything is important. Systematic methods we need to follow. And you can see assertion is autocratic teaching promotes active student participation. And no, actually active this one learner sorry teacher participation actually autocratic. It's a democratic only, it's active student participation. So automatically the first will be false. Autocratic is a teacher oriented. And reasons always almost this is a false only. Student make most classroom decisions. So both are false. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to see learner characteristics and what are the learner characteristics of the important things, and these are everything we are going to see with the PYQs questions also tomorrow. And just if you have doubts, you can post in the comment section. So thank you all of you. Thank you once again.